Close your eyes for just a moment. Imagine everything around you, the people you love, slowly, quietly fading, like the last light of the sun slipping beneath the horizon. This is not a story about someone else. This is your story. There is one thing that every single human being, every person who has ever lived, will experience: death. Every soul will taste it. No exception, no delay beyond what Allah has already written. But here is what most people never stop to ask. What actually happens? What happens in your final seconds? Where do you go when the breath leaves your chest? What do your eyes see that no one standing beside you can see? What do the angels look like when they arrive at your side? Today, you will not just hear answers. You will live them. This journey, from the first trembling of death to the peace inside the grave, it begins quietly. You are lying down. Maybe you are surrounded by the people who love you most. Maybe they are holding your hand, whispering your name, or reciting Qur'an softly near your ear. Maybe they are crying, though they are trying their best to hide it from you. You feel something happening, something you have never felt before. A weight, a heaviness, something moving through your body. The agonies of death. Indeed, death has agonies. Yes, even for you, even for the righteous, even for the believers. There is difficulty. But hear this carefully. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said this while he himself was going through it. He looked at his own hand. He dipped it in water and wiped it across his face. He said, "There is no God but Allah. Indeed, death has agonies." And then he raised his finger to the sky, toward his Lord, until his hand went still. If the best of all human beings experience this, then the difficulty of death is not a punishment. It is simply the door, a heavy door. But what is on the other side of it makes every ounce of difficulty worth it. The pain you feel right now, in this moment, is already beginning to peel the world away from you. And that is a mercy, because what is coming is far greater than what you are leaving. The soul reaches the throat, and then something shifts. Your soul begins to rise, slowly, gently. It moves upward through your body, and you feel it reaching towards your throat. At this moment, something extraordinary happens. You begin to see what no one else in the room can see. The people standing around you, they see your face. They see your chest rising and falling more slowly now. They see your eyes, but they cannot see what your eyes are beginning to see. A world is opening up in front of you. The walls of the room do not matter anymore. The ceiling does not matter. You sense the dunya, this world, slipping away from your fingers. And it is not frightening, not the way you thought it would be. The things you were so attached to, your home, your money, your plans, your worries, they are becoming like shapes in fog, still there, but so distant now, so small, and something else is coming forward. Something you cannot yet fully see, but you feel it approaching. A warmth, a stillness, a peace that does not belong to this world. The angels of mercy descend, carrying white silk and perfume from paradise. White, the color of this moment. The way a candle flame is not just light, but warmth and gentleness all at once. And the scent, there is a scent. Something carried with them from a place beyond this world. Something sweet, unlike any flower or perfume you have ever known on earth. The Prophet described it as the scent of musk. But even musk is just a pale echo of what the angels carry with them now. They sit near you. Their faces, the Prophet told us, are bright, shining, like the sun, but without burning, without harshness. It is a light that feels like a welcome. And as they sit near you, something inside you shifts. The fear That fear that had been sitting in the edges of your heart begins to melt, not because the situation has changed, but because their very presence carries peace with it, as if they are saying, without words, "You are safe. You have been expected. The soul is taken. And now, he comes, the angel of death, not as a dark figure, not as something frightening." The prophet, peace be upon him, told us that for the believer, he comes in a form that is kind. The angel of death comes to the believer and sits near his head. And what he says to you in this moment is one of the most beautiful things you will ever hear. He says, "O you good soul, come out to forgiveness from Allah and his pleasure." Good soul, that is what he calls you. Not by the mistakes you made. He calls you a good soul, because that is what Allah sees when he looks at you. A heart that tried, a heart that returned, a heart that believed. You have arrived at the moment you were always moving toward, and it is okay. It is peace. Whoever loves to meet Allah, Allah loves to meet him. You spent your life loving Allah, not perfectly. There were days when you forgot, days when you were distracted, or tired, or weak, but in your heart, in the deep, quiet center of you, you always wanted to return to him. You always turned back, and because of that love, this moment is not hard. The prophet, peace be upon him, described how the soul of the believer leaves the body as easily as a drop of water falling from the tip of a leaf, effortlessly, without tearing, without struggle, like something that was always meant to go, that is finally free to go. Your body feels light, lighter than it has ever felt. All the weight that you carried, the anxiety, the grief, the things left unsaid, the burdens of years, all of it falls away. Not because those things weren't real. They were real, but they belonged to this world. And you are stepping out of this world, the soul, wrapped in that white silk the angels carried, rises. The eyes follow the soul departs, and the eyes follow it. In the room, someone gently closes your eyes. They do what the prophet, peace be upon him, instructed. They say good words. They ask Allah to make this easy. Your soul is rising through layers that living eyes cannot see. And as it rises, the prophet told us that every angel between the earth and the sky, in each of the 7 heavens, asks, "Whose soul is this? Whose beautiful soul is this?" And the angels carrying you answer, "This is the soul of so-and-so, the son of so-and-so." And they call you by the best names you were ever called in this world. Every gate opens for you. Every gate of heaven opens without hesitation, because you are recognized, because the record of your deeds, your prayers in the dark, your quiet acts of goodness has traveled ahead of you. No status, no titles, no wealth or poverty, just a wrapped body and the love of those who remain. The prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Hasten with the funeral prayer. If the deceased was righteous, you are sending him forward to good. If he was otherwise, you are removing a burden from your neck. They carry you, your neighbors, your friends, your family. They shoulder the weight of you. They pray over you, rows of people, some who knew you well, some who barely knew your name. And then, gently, you are lowered into the earth. You hear them leaving, their footsteps, the people who loved you, who carried you here, who prayed over you. You can hear them walking away, getting quieter, fainter, until silence settles over everything like a blanket. And in that silence, something becomes completely clear. The world is gone. It is simply the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. You realize now that everything you worried about in that world, the things that kept you awake at night, the problems that felt so permanent, the plans and the fears. None of it can reach you here. The questioning begins. 2 angels come to the deceased and make him sit upright. Their names, Munkar and Nakir, are already known to you. The Prophet, peace be upon him, prepared you for this. He told you, in the kindness of a guide who wants his people to succeed, this is coming. These are the questions. Know your answers. Know your Lord. And they begin. 3 questions, the most important questions any soul will ever face. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is this man who was sent to you? You lived these answers. You prayed them 5 times a day. You shaped your whole life around them. This is not an exam you are walking into cold. This is a test on a book you have read your entire life. And the calm you feel, it is not the calm of indifference. It is the calm of certainty, the calm of someone who knows exactly where they stand. And you speak with the steady voice of someone who has known this truth for as long as they can remember. Someone who held on to it in the easy moments and the hard ones, both. My Lord is Allah. My religion is Islam. My Prophet is Muhammad, peace be upon him. And then, from above, a voice responds. Allah himself has been listening, and he says, through his angels, my servant has spoken the truth. My servant. Allah calls you his servant. The angels begin to prepare what comes next. And what comes next is something the Prophet described with a generosity of detail, because he wanted you to know what waits for the one who believes. His grave is expanded for him as far as the eye can see. The walls that enclosed you, those narrow walls of soil and silence, they open wide, as far as you can see, like standing at the edge of an open field just before dawn. This is your resting place now, and it does not feel like a grave. It feels like space, like breath, like the opposite of everything constricting and small. And then, light. A gate to paradise is opened for him, and he sees his place in it. You see it. A door of light in your expanded grave. And through that door, paradise. Your place in paradise. The place that Allah prepared for you before the creation of the heavens and the earth. The place that has been waiting, empty and ready, since before you were born. You see your home, your garden, the rivers of water, of milk, of honey, the trees whose shade never ends, and you are not allowed to enter yet. You must wait. But waiting, when you can see it, when you can smell the air of it, when you know with absolute certainty that it is yours, waiting is not suffering. It is anticipation, the sweetest anticipation you have ever known, and a companion is left with you in the grave. The Prophet described this companion as having a beautiful face, in beautiful clothing, and a beautiful smell. He asks you who he is. You say, you look like someone who brings good news. And he responds, I am your good deeds.
Do you know who I am? I'm your good deeds.
Your own deeds have taken form. Your prayers, your kindness, your patience, your charity, they are sitting with you now as a companion of light, so that you are never alone in this waiting. This is the grave of the believer, not a place of darkness and fear, a place of comfort. And so you wait, not in suffering, not in loneliness, not in fear. You wait in peace, in light, in the company of your own deeds made beautiful, with a window to paradise open beside you. You wait for the day of judgment, and even that phrase, that day that so many fear, does not carry dread for you now, because the Prophet, peace be upon him, told us something about the believer's relationship with that day. Whoever loves to meet Allah, Allah loves to meet him.